everyone, my name is Allie and welcome to the very first episode of the Sweet Angel Knits podcast. Hi everyone, today is Monday, January 25th, 2021. As I said in the beginning, my name is Allie. I am 19 years old, almost 20. I'll be 20 in February. I am in my second year of college. I am a secondary education major. My main focus is in English and my minor is in biology. I am from southeastern Michigan, about 20 minutes outside of Detroit, but I go to school a little bit further north of that. Since this is the first episode of my podcast, I just want to talk a little bit about why I want to record these and about my name and logo. So first, why I want to record these. I'm not really doing it so people will watch, even though that would be nice. If anybody is watching this, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. But I really want to document what I'm knitting and crocheting and making in general. This past year I have really gotten into knitting more seriously, and crochet, but mainly knitting, and I've been using hand-dyed yarn for the first time and I've just fallen in love with all of it. So I want to be able to know what I've made and have a record of everything. Okay, so I guess I'll talk about my name. I called this podcast Sweet Angel Knits because my grandma, we call her Davi, she has always called me her sweet angel girl, and she really means a lot to me and is my favorite person, so I wanted to name this after her. She also really helped me out years ago when I was first learning to knit, and she helped me make a Christmas washcloth. So there's a little story behind all of this. And my logo, which is my profile picture on here and on Instagram, but I will try and put a picture in as well so you guys can see it. I did draw it, so don't be too harsh. I did a lot of art in high school, but have not for a long time. It is not perfect, but I am really happy with it. So I chose an elephant because elephants are my favorite animal and have kind of just been my thing. And I put the little angel wings on it so it fits with the name. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this and where all the names and everything came from. But now let's get into some FOs. I have one that I finished recently. That would have been Friday night, I think. And then I have a couple more recent ones, but I didn't just finish them, that I want to talk about as well. So I think let's go what I finished the longest ago, if that makes sense. What I finished first. And I have all my stuff right here next to me, and so I'm leaning down. Is these socks. This is the Christmas in the City colorway by Ruby and Rose's yarn on the rose gold base. So you can see it's got a little bit of gold sparkle in them. I am absolutely in love with these socks. I'm still not quite set on my sock recipe that fits best for me, so these are a little bit big, but I'm really happy with them. I don't know if you can see, they have Fish Lips Kiss Heel, and I will link the pattern and the shops and yarns, everything that I talk about, down below. I really have not made that many pairs of socks. I think I have 4 that I have made for me, 1 for my mom, and 1 pair for my sister. Almost all of those have the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. I learned about that from Nitty Natty here on YouTube, Natalie. That is her favorite heel to do, so I decided to try it, and I fell in love. It's just so easy and quick, and I love how it looks with a contrasting color, so that is what I do. And the next thing I want to talk about, I don't actually have with me because I wasn't thinking and I washed it earlier, so it is wet. But that is my Christmas sweater. I'm going to try and put some pictures in here so you guys can see it. It is the Holly sweater by Brienne, Hooked on Homemade Happiness, and that is a crochet sweater. It was my first crochet sweater and I'm very happy with how it came out. It is made out of Concept Kosh wool in the color red, which is a wool cashmere and polyamide base, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but no, it has wool and cashmere, and I will link my project pages for everything that I'm talking about in the description as well. Those are on Ravelry. So you guys can go look at all my, I did change that sweater a little bit. I added a couple rows around the neck to make it a higher neckline, and I think a couple other things, but I will link those so you guys can look at it. Okay, the next thing, these are the socks that I just finished on Friday. These were supposed to be a Christmas present for my mom, and Christmas just snuck up on me and they didn't get done, which is okay because I want them to fit her, so I want her to be able to try them on as I was making them anyways. Okay, so these are the Wish You Were Here socks by the Kitchen Sink shop. You can see the little pattern on them. These are pretty short. That's how my mom wanted them. The yarn is from Helical, from her Backyard Chicken collection. It is the Ayam Samani. You guys can see that. It's underlined there. My mom actually did pick out this yarn a few months before Christmas. I had been looking. She wanted a black and white stripe, and I just wasn't finding it. And Helical was having a sale, so I sent her a bunch of different colors, and this is the one she picked. Again, these have Fish Lips Kiss Heel in the contrasting gray. You can't, it's kind of dark, so you can't really see it. But I'm happy with how these came out. I'm happy to give them to her the next time I am home. And yeah, I had those socks in this bag that I made. This is my first time making a box bottom bag like this. It's okay. I'm pretty happy with it, but it is not perfect. I followed a pattern that is also by Nicole from Helical, so I will link that as well. And with that, I'm going to move on to whips, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to start with the one that I started first, the oldest whip, and move to the most recent. I have these are in this sock mist bag, which is a sock make-along that was put on by Nitty Natty. This bag is by So Crazy Crafter. I'm pretty sure you can't get them anymore, but I will link her shop anyways. You guys can see what else she has. These are my Advent socks. I really kind of dropped the ball on these. I'm not even done with the first sock. Dropped some stitches here. Yeah, I just got busy with gift knitting and other things. This is the yarn. It is the 12 Days of Christmas Advent Skein by Malia Made It. And the pattern I am using is Heel Toe Do-Si Do by the Crazy Sock Lady. I hope these are gonna fit. They look really small, but I tried it on when I was up here in the leg and it seemed to be fine, so we're just gonna go with it. I did change the pattern and do a Fish Lips Kiss heel instead of a heel flap and gusset like it calls for. I am really enjoying these socks. I love the pattern and I'm excited to get back to them. They have got no attention since before Christmas because I was focused on finishing the socks for my mom. But yeah, these I think will go in my bag with me. I'm going to take them to class. It'll be a nice, simple, I have the pattern memorized, so I can work on them on the go. And here's her label. Here are the details for the yarn. My next whip is a recurring colorway. We have already talked about it. It is, I'm making a sweater out of the Christmas in the City colorway by Ruby and Rosie's yarn. So here's it all caked up. This is in her Fragrant Rose base. It's the cashmere wool nylon one. Let me see. Yes, Fragrant Rose. This information. Here's her label. I got that yarn, this yarn for the socks, to make them for Sockmas, that I mentioned before, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm obsessed with this color, and I just needed a sweater in it. It's my first hand knit sweater. It's a lot of money. I am in college, as I've mentioned, and have other things that I need to be buying, but I just needed to have it. So I broke down and I bought it, and I am not at all disappointed. It is so soft. Yeah, I am not very far. I have pretty much just started. The pattern I'm using is Flax Light by Tin Can Knits. And excuse me, I am in the middle of a row here. I have ran into an issue that I will talk about in a second. But just look at these colors, and with the red, it's gorgeous. Also have my little end minders. This one is a sheep. I cannot remember who sells these. I will figure it out and put it in the description. But they are great. I have little mini ones for socks as well. But yeah, I am really enjoying this project. It does not get a lot of work. I started this right after Christmas, and I am just past the ribbing. But as I said before, I have run into a little bit of an issue. So I am doing helical knitting. This is my first time, and I have run into a spot where within the 3 stitches I'm supposed to slip, if you know how helical knitting works, is also where I'm supposed to do an increase, and so I don't know what to do. This sweater is a top-down raglan construction, so if anybody knows what to do, if I don't know, do I just increase in the next stitch that I can, or do I just increase in the next round? I'm not sure. Let me know. I haven't really looked. I've been busy all day with school and homework, but I have looked a little bit and did not find an answer. So if somebody can help me, that would be great, because as I said before, this was a big purchase for me, and I really want this sweater to look nice. So I am going to talk a little bit about what I want for this sweater, because I am planning to change a couple things. If you know what the Flax Light looks like, let's see if I can pull up the picture. You can't, I don't know how well you can see, but on the sleeves there is a garter panels. I am not doing those. It's gorgeous, nothing wrong with the pattern. I have just decided I want to do just plain stockinette for the whole thing, because I don't know, I just know I'm gonna like it, whatever. I am also planning to not do any decreases on the sleeves, so I'm gonna pick up the stitches around like the armhole and all that, and that's gonna be my stitch count. I have made one knit sweater before. That one was, what's it called? Oh, the Cozy Classic Raglan, I think it is, by Jessie May. And the sleeves are a little tight, so I think just not decreasing at all will be nice. I know I got this idea, the Crazy Sock Lady did that on her Christmas sweater, and I just think I'm gonna really like it, so that's what my plan is. Let me go back to my notes here. I think that is it. I just have those 2 whips right now. I brought the stuff to do to school. I live in the dorms, so to bring sparingly, but I brought the yarn to make dishcloths, and here I can grab some of those. I have my yarn cabinet right here next to me. I have, this is the Dishy Multi by Knit Picks. This is the color Cup and Saucer. I brought this, and I have, this is Lily Sugar and Cream, and then the color is Over the Rainbow. I also brought these 2. This one to go with Over the Rainbow, and this one to go with Cup and Saucer. This is just called Yellow, and this one is Marine Blue. These are all both by Lily Sugar and Cream. Yeah, I am planning to do like these 2 in like a set of 2, and do like maybe solid like stockinette or garter stitch for the variegated, and maybe do like a pattern for the solid. I know if you get the Kitchen Sink shop, if you get her newsletters, she is doing a year of dishcloths, and I've seen sneak peeks of the February one. Is super cute, but the January one is adorable. I have not gotten to do it yet. I have too many other things that I'm doing. But yeah, so I brought stuff to do these, and then my mom and my aunt and my grandma Dottie, have requested these goldfish in a jar, like decorations, I guess. If I can find a picture, I will put it up here. But basically it's crochet goldfish, and then you hang it from like the top of a jar with like fishing line, so it looks like they're swimming. So I have brought a couple different orange yarns that I don't know what they are, so I'm not even gonna show them right now, just out of my stash. And I bought a couple different greens to do seaweed. So those are planned projects. And then outside of that, I brought a couple different skeins of sock sets, which I will show you in just a second, because 2 of them I'm counting as acquisitions that I got for Christmas. Sorry, I had to adjust how I was sitting. I was sitting on my feet and they're going numb. But now I'm going to talk about my acquisitions. And I know Christmas was a month ago, but have not started using them. So I'm going to show you the 2 sock sets that I got from my parents for Christmas. So the first one, this is Folklore by Helical, and it comes with 2 minis and the full skein. I am so excited for this yarn. I think I have a pattern picked out. It could always change, but I think this yarn would look really cute in the Crazy Sock Lady pattern, Secret Garden. It's got 3 little cables that run from like the leg to the foot, and I'm excited to do that. I have never knit cables on socks. I've actually only knit cables once, and that was a hat for my dad for Christmas. which you can look at in my project pages, but the pictures are not very good, so it is what it is. I'm hoping having this and an Instagram for this channel will force me to take better FO pictures. That is that. And then the second one, you take it out of the bag. This is Honeydukes by Lolo Did It. I'm in love with this color. I told my mom this was my favorite one that I put on my Christmas list, and she got it. And then she also got me this mini. This is Material Girl, also by Lolo Did It, to go with this. I have no clue. This will be socks, obviously, but I don't know what pattern I'm gonna do, or if I'm gonna do a pattern. I don't know. They might just be vanilla. But these are on her everyday socks, which is a 75-25. That is my favorite, I think. I don't know. I don't think I've knit enough socks to really have an opinion, but you know, yeah, I think that's my favorite. So those are my acquisitions. That's all I have to show you. I'm gonna talk a little bit about future knitting, like some dream knitting. I really would like to knit the Sawyer pullover sweater, and I'm not sure who that is by. I again will link it in the Hedgehog Fibers Tweety. Hedgehog Fibers uses that pattern in their like product photos for Tweety, and I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the combination. The Sawyer sweater is cabled and has little baubles on it, and it's just adorable, and love with it. I also one day would like to make the Like a Cloud cardigan by Joji Locatelli. I have some cheaper because I'd love to make it out of the yarn that she originally made it out of, but it is just not in my price range right now. But a nice soft gray. I think that would really be a sweater that I would wear a lot. And then the third dream knit, which I probably will get to before the other ones, is, I can't remember what it's called. I will put the name on the screen right here when I find it. It is a sweater. It's a colorwork sweater that has elephants in like the yoke, and I'm obsessed. I have colors picked out, everything. I've never really done color work before, and so maybe I shouldn't start on a sweater, but I will make that sweater, and I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. So, you know, that one, I told my mom that if I don't get yarn to make that sweater for my birthday, I will be buying yarn for myself as a birthday present, just like I bought that Christmas in the City yarn for myself as a Christmas present. And sometimes you just have to treat yourself, and that's okay. I think that's all the knitting I have to talk about. So I'll talk a little bit about life. As I said, this is my second year in college. I am taking 5 classes this semester. It's kind of rough. I will say, I am an English major, as I said before, so I am taking 3 different English classes, which is a lot of reading. Don't tell my professor, but I read the entirety of The Taming of the Shrew by Shakespeare today for class at 7, and it just is how it worked out. I did homework all day yesterday, and I have a lot of reading. I am also taking zoology, which I'm so excited about. It has been really fun so far. My roommate took it last semester. No, she took it in the winter last year, but said it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of studying. I have my first test next Monday, so we will see. This is also my first time having a lab in college. I did have a lab last semester, but because of the state of the world, it was completely online. And I've discovered that I'm not very good at lab. I don't think I know how to use a microscope as well as I thought I did, but we're figuring it out, and I'm sure it'll be fine. And then the last class I'm taking is an educational psychology class, which is more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Psychology is not typically my favorite, but I understand why I have to take it, and I definitely think it'll be useful in the future. And talking about, I am in a dorm room right now, and this is not typical dorm room like you might be thinking. I live on campus, but I live in a townhouse, and so we have we have our own bedrooms, and then this is like on the upstairs, and then downstairs we have a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom, and we have a bathroom up here. I have been really enjoying being back at school. I like being here, and it is super nice right now because the townhouse we are in has 4 bedrooms, but there are only 2 of us in here. We had 2 other roommates last semester. One of them, we don't know what happened. She moved out. And then the second one, she is doing classes all online, but plans to with us next semester, which is great. So I'm excited for that. I think that's all. I think that's all for life right now. I don't know. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. And then I'm just gonna say a few things that that have been bringing me joy. That is any knitting time I get. As I was saying, I try to make an effort, and it has really failed. Today was the first day that it happened, to get up early enough in the morning that I can put on a show and watch one episode and knit. And it was really nice. This morning I got up when my alarm went off, and I sat down and I decided the show for right now is Beastars. I've only watched the first episode, and it's good so far. I am watching it in English, which I don't typically do. I typically watch the Japanese with subtitles, but I can't read the screen and knit at the same time. This is what my poster says. This says, if I could read and knit at the same time, my life would be perfect. So we get the English. I have also really been enjoying, as I said, being back at school. And it's nothing against my parents or my sister. I like being at home. I miss my puppies. I have 2 golden retrievers. He's gonna be 7 in a couple days on the 28th. And the other one is 2. He'll be 3 in March. So Coda is the older one, and Milo. I love them. My mom sends me pictures and makes me sad. I can't cuddle with them. But you know, I like being at school, and I am not far from home. I can go home, but I mean far enough that I live in the dorms and it's worth the money. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. What else? I've also really been enjoying my fish tank. I have 2 fish. I have let's see, what is he? I think he's a dragon scale betta fish. His name is Percy, and I have a pleco named Pearl. I will try and put in maybe a picture or video of them because I love them. My family makes fun of me for loving them, but you know, I don't have the puppies at school, so this is what I have. They got a new tank for Christmas. So I set that up for them, and I changed the water. I just set it up when I moved into school. a week ago. I just changed the water for the first time on Saturday, and even doing the chore, I love it. I love them. And yeah, I think that's, what's bringing me joy. And now I'm going to talk about a couple things that I'm grateful for, because I think it's important to acknowledge what we have and what, just what we have and be thankful for it. I'm really grateful for watching shows with my roommate Kaden. We have watched, this was a new thing we started last semester. We've lived together for a year and a half now, and we just started, talking to each other. I don't know. We never had issues before. We just weren't as close as we are now. Last semester we watched all of My Hero Academia in 2 weeks maybe. We blew through it. We've watched other things. Stell's at work. She's a biology major, so we had to watch that one. But we are watching The Promised Neverland right now. I think we are on episode 12 or 13 maybe. We don't get to watch shows every night, but that almost makes it better when we do get to watch shows. And even though I've really been enjoying The Promised Neverland, even though it's so sad, I don't know if you guys have watched it or are watching it, this might be a spoiler if you just started. I still hold hope that Norman is not dead. I don't think he's dead. I don't think they would kill a main character, not even on screen, but I don't know. Fingers crossed. I hope he's not. I think Ray is my favorite, but I have also been really grateful for cooking. I know that's a chore, but I've been really grateful for it. This is the first semester I've been at school and I don't have a meal plan. So I am cooking all my meals. Sorry, Percy's swimming around over there getting distracted. Cooking all my meals, and I have been making, my favorite one I've made so far is homemade chicken nuggets, and they are not as good as my dad's, but I tried and I still think they came out nice. And let's see, the last thing I'm grateful for is this is a really simple one, is an empty laundry room. I did laundry Saturday morning. I got up, it was not even that early, I think it was 9:45, 10 maybe, and there was nobody in the laundry room, and that just made me so happy. It's always full when I want to do my laundry, so getting a chance to be by myself and do the laundry was really great. Well, I think that is all I have to say right now. I do have an Instagram for this channel. It is, let me think, I think it's sweet_angel_knits. I will put it on the screen and in the description for you guys. I am not expecting anybody to really watch this, but if anybody does, thank you, and I really appreciate you being here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you know the answer to my helical knitting question, and tell me what show you're watching right now. And that's all for now. Oh, one more thing. I am hoping to film these once a month, maybe. Like I said before, I don't get a lot of knitting time, so I don't think filming them every week or every other week I would have very much to show. And I'm going to try and use progress keepers. I don't use progress keepers, but I will try and use them so you guys can see my progress. I think maybe if I keep this up during the summer, I might film them more frequently. I do work during the summer, but I'm not planning to take any summer classes, so get a lot more knitting done. But that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope I did okay and I'm not too awkward and cringy, but that's all I have for now. Bye!